Question 1. What is the appropriate protocol for conducting a lawful search of a suspect's residence in Illinois? A. Obtaining consent from the suspect's landlord. B. Requesting a search warrant from a judge based on probable cause. C. Conducting the search without a warrant if the suspect is on parole. D. Conducting the search based on an anonymous tip. Correct answer. B. Requesting a search warrant from a judge based on probable cause. Explanation. In Illinois, the Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. Generally, law enforcement officers must obtain a search warrant from a judge based on probable cause before conducting a search of a suspect's residence, unless certain exceptions apply. Probable cause requires sufficient evidence to lead a reasonable person to believe that a crime has been committed or that evidence of a crime is present in the location to be searched. Obtaining a search warrant ensures judicial oversight and protects individuals' privacy rights. Question 2. How can law enforcement agencies in Illinois effectively engage with diverse communities? A. By maintaining a uniform approach to community interactions. B. By prioritizing enforcement actions over community engagement efforts. C. By collaborating with community leaders and stakeholders to address local concerns. D. By avoiding communication with community members to prevent conflicts. Correct answer. C. By collaborating with community leaders and stakeholders to address local concerns. Explanation. Effective community policing in Illinois involves building strong partnerships and relationships with diverse communities. Law enforcement agencies can achieve this by collaborating with community leaders, organizations, and stakeholders to identify and address local concerns, develop tailored strategies, and implement community-oriented initiatives. By actively engaging with residents, listening to their perspectives, and involving them in decision-making processes, agencies can build trust, enhance cooperation, and foster a sense of shared responsibility for public safety. Community engagement promotes transparency, accountability, and legitimacy in policing, ultimately contributing to safer and more resilient communities. Question 3. When encountering an individual experiencing a mental health crisis in Illinois, what approach should law enforcement officers prioritize? A. Using coercive tactics to gain compliance. B. Disregarding the individual's mental health condition. C. Employing de-escalation techniques and connecting the individual with mental health resources. D. Ignoring the situation and leaving the scene. Correct answer. C. Employing de-escalation techniques and connecting the individual with mental health resources. Explanation. In Illinois, law enforcement officers should prioritize employing de-escalation techniques and connecting individuals experiencing mental health crises with appropriate resources and support services. De-escalation involves using communication skills, active listening, and empathy to reduce agitation, calm the situation, and prevent escalation to violence. Connecting individuals with mental health resources, such as crisis intervention teams, mobile crisis units, or mental health professionals, ensures they receive the care and assistance they need. This approach promotes the well-being of individuals in crisis, minimizes the risk of harm to themselves and others, and facilitates access to appropriate mental health treatment and support. Question 4. What factors should law enforcement officers consider when coordinating emergency responses in Illinois? A. Prioritizing individual agency objectives over collaboration with other emergency services. B. Sharing critical information only with authorized personnel. C. Establishing unified command structures and coordinating resources across agencies. D. Delaying response efforts until receiving explicit instructions from agency leadership. Correct answer. C. Establishing unified command structures and coordinating resources across agencies. Explanation. Effective emergency response in Illinois requires law enforcement officers to establish unified command structures and coordinate resources across multiple agencies and jurisdictions. By adopting a collaborative approach, agencies can leverage their respective expertise, resources, and capabilities to achieve a coordinated and efficient response to emergencies and critical incidents. Unified command structures facilitate decision-making, communication, and resource allocation among participating agencies, ensuring a cohesive and integrated response effort. Coordinating with other emergency services, such as fire departments, emergency medical services, and public health agencies, maximizes the effectiveness of response efforts and enhances public safety and well-being. Question 5. Why is maintaining physical fitness important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To intimidate suspects and gain compliance through physical force. B. To meet departmental appearance standards. C. To perform job-related tasks safely and effectively. D. To avoid paperwork and administrative tasks. Correct answer: C. To perform job-related tasks safely and effectively. Explanation: Physical fitness is essential for law enforcement officers in Illinois to perform job-related tasks safely and effectively. Police duties often require physical exertion, agility, and stamina, including foot pursuits, defensive tactics, and apprehensions. Maintaining physical fitness enhances officers' ability to respond to emergencies, protect themselves and others, and perform their duties with confidence and competence. Physical fitness also contributes to officers' overall health, well-being, and resilience, reducing the risk of injuries, illnesses, and on-duty accidents. By prioritizing physical fitness through regular exercise, training, and wellness programs, officers can sustain their readiness and effectiveness throughout their careers, contributing to the safety and success of law enforcement operations. Question 6. How do effective communication skills benefit law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. By dominating conversations and preventing meaningful dialogue. B. By fostering distrust and hostility with community members. C. By building rapport, de-escalating conflicts, and enhancing cooperation. D. By ignoring the perspectives and concerns of others. Correct answer: C. By building rapport, de-escalating conflicts, and enhancing cooperation. Explanation: Effective communication skills are essential for law enforcement officers in Illinois to build rapport, de-escalate conflicts, and enhance cooperation with community members. Communication is a fundamental aspect of policing that shapes the quality of interactions between officers and the public, influences perceptions of law enforcement legitimacy, and impacts public cooperation and compliance with law enforcement directives. By communicating respectfully, actively listening, and empathizing with others, officers can foster positive relationships, enhance cooperation, and address community concerns collaboratively. Effective communication also enables officers to de-escalate volatile situations, resolve conflicts peacefully, and navigate challenging interactions with sensitivity and professionalism. By prioritizing effective communication, officers can strengthen community trust and confidence, promote public safety, and uphold the principles of procedural justice and fairness in policing. Question 7. How do law enforcement officers in Illinois ensure that their actions comply with constitutional rights and limitations on police authority? A. By disregarding constitutional protections and exercising unchecked discretion. B. By receiving training on legal principles and applying them consistently and fairly. C. By exploiting legal loopholes to circumvent constitutional constraints. D. By prioritizing enforcement actions over individual rights and liberties. Correct answer: B. By receiving training on legal principles and applying them consistently and fairly. Explanation: Law enforcement officers in Illinois ensure that their actions comply with constitutional rights and limitations on police authority by receiving training on legal principles and applying them consistently and fairly. Constitutional rights, such as those protected by the U.S. Constitution and the Illinois Constitution, impose constraints on law enforcement practices and procedures to safeguard individuals' civil liberties, due process, and equal protection under the law. Officers undergo training on constitutional law, case law precedents, and agency policies and procedures to understand the scope of their authority, recognize the boundaries of permissible conduct, and respect individuals' rights during encounters with law enforcement. By adhering to legal standards, exercising discretion judiciously, and upholding procedural safeguards, officers can ensure that their actions are lawful, ethical, and respectful of constitutional principles, thereby promoting public trust, accountability, and legitimacy in law enforcement practices. Question 8. How does the use of technology tools such as body-worn cameras benefit law enforcement operations in Illinois? A. By enabling officers to conduct unauthorized surveillance and monitoring of community members. B. By compromising individuals' privacy rights and civil liberties without justification. C. By providing accurate and objective documentation of interactions between officers and the public. D. By exacerbating distrust and hostility between law enforcement and the community. Correct answer. C. By providing accurate and objective documentation of interactions between officers and the public. Explanation. The use of technology tools such as body-worn cameras benefits law enforcement operations in Illinois by providing accurate and objective documentation of interactions between officers and the public. Body-worn cameras capture audio and video recordings of law enforcement encounters, which can serve as valuable evidence in investigations, court proceedings, and internal reviews. By recording encounters from the officer's perspective, body-worn cameras promote transparency, accountability, and trust between law enforcement and the community. They also help deter misconduct, de-escalate conflicts, and resolve complaints or disputes by providing an impartial record of events. When used responsibly and in accordance with established policies, body-worn cameras enhance officer safety, improve public perceptions of law enforcement, and support the fair administration of justice. Question 9. How does Illinois' geography and terrain impact law enforcement operations? A. By facilitating unrestricted access and easy navigation for officers. B. By minimizing the need for specialized equipment and training. C. By presenting unique challenges such as urban areas and diverse communities. D. By eliminating the need for coordination with other emergency services. Correct answer. C. By presenting unique challenges such as urban areas and diverse communities. Explanation. Illinois' geography and terrain impact law enforcement operations by presenting unique challenges such as urban areas and diverse communities. While Illinois has diverse landscapes including urban centers, suburban areas, and rural regions, urban areas pose specific challenges for law enforcement due to population density, complex infrastructure, and socioeconomic disparities. Officers may encounter issues such as crime hotspots, gang activity, and community police relations in urban environments, requiring tailored strategies and approaches to address public safety concerns effectively. Additionally, Illinois' diverse communities encompass various cultural, ethnic, and socioeconomic backgrounds, necessitating cultural competence, sensitivity, and effective communication skills among law enforcement personnel. Question 10. What steps should law enforcement officers take when investigating a traffic accident in Illinois? A. Immediately assign fault to one of the involved parties based on initial observations. B. Avoid collecting witness statements to expedite the investigation process. C. Thoroughly document the scene, gather evidence, and interview witnesses. D. Only investigate accidents involving serious injuries or fatalities. Correct answer. C. Thoroughly document the scene, gather evidence, and interview witnesses. Explanation. When investigating a traffic accident in Illinois, law enforcement officers should prioritize thorough documentation of the scene, gathering evidence, and interviewing witnesses. Traffic accident investigations aim to determine the cause, contributing factors, and sequence of events leading to the collision. Officers must document the physical evidence at the scene, including vehicle damage, skid marks, and road conditions, to reconstruct the accident accurately. Gathering witness statements provides additional perspectives and corroborates the information obtained from involved parties. Comprehensive investigations enhance the accuracy of accident reconstructions, support liability determinations, and facilitate fair resolution of insurance claims or legal disputes. By following standardized procedures and collecting sufficient evidence, officers can ensure objective, impartial, and effective traffic accident investigations, contributing to public safety and the administration of justice on Illinois roadways. Question 11. During a natural disaster in Illinois, what is the primary responsibility of law enforcement officers? A. Evacuate all affected areas immediately. B. Provide medical assistance to injured individuals. C. Ensure public safety and order. D. Coordinate with federal agencies only. Correct answer: C. Ensure public safety and order. Explanation: in the event of a natural disaster in Illinois, the primary responsibility of law enforcement officers is to ensure public safety and order. This includes managing evacuation procedures, directing traffic, preventing looting or vandalism, and providing assistance to other emergency responders. Law enforcement agencies play a crucial role in coordinating with local, state, and federal agencies to facilitate an effective emergency response and minimize the impact of the disaster on communities. Question 12. What is the goal of community-oriented policing in Illinois? A. Reacting to crimes after they occur. B. Establishing a militarized presence in communities. C. Building trust and partnerships with community members. D. Enforcing strict penalties for minor infractions. Correct answer: C. Building trust and partnerships with community members. Explanation: the goal of community-oriented policing in Illinois is to build trust and partnerships with community members to prevent crime, enhance public safety, and improve the overall quality of life. By collaborating with residents, businesses, and organizations, law enforcement agencies can address community concerns, identify underlying issues, and develop tailored strategies to address local priorities. Community-oriented policing emphasizes proactive problem-solving, crime prevention, and building positive relationships between police officers and the communities they serve. Question 13. Why is cultural sensitivity important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To enforce strict adherence to dominant cultural norms. B. To avoid interacting with individuals from different cultural backgrounds. C. To effectively communicate and build trust with diverse communities. D. To prioritize the needs of one cultural group over others. Correct answer: C. To effectively communicate and build trust with diverse communities. Explanation: cultural sensitivity is important for law enforcement officers in Illinois to effectively communicate and build trust with diverse communities. Illinois is home to people from various cultural backgrounds, and understanding and respecting cultural differences is essential for establishing positive relationships and promoting cooperation between law enforcement and the community. Cultural sensitivity enables officers to better understand community norms, customs, and perspectives, which can enhance their ability to address issues, resolve conflicts, and provide services in a respectful and inclusive manner. Question 14. Why is accurate report writing important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To create fictional accounts of incidents. B. To justify excessive use of force. C. To maintain detailed records for legal and administrative purposes. D. To avoid accountability for actions. Correct answer: C. To maintain detailed records for legal and administrative purposes. Explanation: accurate report writing is important for law enforcement officers in Illinois to maintain detailed records for legal and administrative purposes. Reports serve as official documentation of incidents, investigations, arrests, and interactions with the public. They provide critical information for criminal prosecutions, court proceedings, internal investigations, and administrative reviews. Accurate and comprehensive reports support transparency, accountability, and adherence to legal and procedural requirements, ensuring the integrity of law enforcement operations and the administration of justice in Illinois. Question 15. What is the significance of integrity in law enforcement in Illinois? A. It allows officers to act with bias and discrimination. B. It ensures officers prioritize personal gain over public service. C. It upholds public trust and confidence in law enforcement. D. It encourages officers to engage in unethical behavior. Correct answer. C. It upholds public trust and confidence in law enforcement. Explanation. Integrity is significant in law enforcement in Illinois because it upholds public trust and confidence in law enforcement. Officers are expected to demonstrate honesty, fairness, and adherence to ethical standards in their interactions with the public and colleagues. Integrity is essential for maintaining the legitimacy of law enforcement agencies and fostering positive relationships with the community. By acting with integrity, officers demonstrate their commitment to serving the public good and upholding the principles of justice, fairness, and accountability. Question 16. Why is physical fitness important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To intimidate community members. B. To engage in excessive use of force. C. To effectively perform job duties and ensure personal safety. D. To discriminate against individuals based on physical appearance. Correct answer. C. To effectively perform job duties and ensure personal safety. Explanation. Physical fitness is important for law enforcement officers in Illinois to effectively perform job duties and ensure personal safety. Law enforcement duties often require physical exertion, agility, and endurance, whether during foot pursuits, defensive tactics, or emergency response situations. Maintaining physical fitness enhances officers' ability to respond effectively to dynamic and challenging situations, reducing the risk of injury to themselves and others. Additionally, physical fitness promotes overall health and wellness, contributing to officers' resilience, longevity, and job performance. Question 17. Why is critical thinking essential for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To rely solely on intuition and instincts. B. To avoid analyzing complex situations. C. To assess risks, evaluate information, and make informed decisions. D. To prioritize personal biases over objective evidence. Correct answer. C. To assess risks, evaluate information, and make informed decisions. Explanation. Critical thinking is essential for law enforcement officers in Illinois to assess risks, evaluate information, and make informed decisions in dynamic and often unpredictable situations. Officers encounter complex challenges and ambiguous scenarios that require thoughtful analysis, sound judgment, and strategic problem solving. Critical thinking enables officers to consider multiple perspectives, weigh evidence, anticipate consequences, and adapt their approach to effectively address evolving circumstances. By engaging in critical thinking, officers enhance their ability to uphold public safety, protect individual rights, and promote justice in Illinois communities. Question 18. Why are effective communication skills important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To intimidate and coerce individuals. B. To disregard community concerns and perspectives. C. To interact respectfully and professionally with diverse individuals and groups. D. To prioritize authoritarianism and dominance in interactions. Correct answer. C. To interact respectfully and professionally with diverse individuals and groups. Explanation. Effective communication skills are important for law enforcement officers in Illinois to interact respectfully and professionally with diverse individuals and groups. Officers frequently engage with community members, victims, witnesses, and suspects from various backgrounds, cultures, and communication styles. Clear and respectful communication enhances trust, reduces misunderstandings, and facilitates cooperation, improving the quality of interactions and outcomes. Effective communication skills encompass active listening, empathy, nonverbal communication, and the ability to convey information clearly and concisely, fostering positive relationships and promoting public confidence in law enforcement. Question 19. What is the significance of understanding constitutional rights for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To disregard constitutional protections for individuals. B. To violate civil liberties without consequences. C. To ensure compliance with legal standards and limitations on police authority. D. To prioritize personal biases over legal requirements. Correct answer. C. To ensure compliance with legal standards and limitations on police authority. Explanation. Understanding constitutional rights is significant for law enforcement officers in Illinois to ensure compliance with legal standards and limitations on police authority. The U.S. Constitution and its amendments establish fundamental rights and protections for individuals, including safeguards against unreasonable searches and seizures, the right to due process, and protections against self-incrimination and cruel and unusual punishment. Law enforcement officers must uphold these constitutional principles while performing their duties, respecting the rights and dignity of all individuals they encounter. Understanding constitutional rights enables officers to fulfill their responsibilities lawfully, ethically, and in accordance with legal requirements, contributing to the fair and just administration of justice in Illinois. Question 20. How does the use of technology benefit law enforcement operations in Illinois? A. By hindering communication and information sharing. B. By promoting transparency and accountability. C. By facilitating arbitrary decision-making. D. By limiting access to essential resources. Correct answer. B. By promoting transparency and accountability. Explanation. The use of technology benefits law enforcement operations in Illinois by promoting transparency and accountability. Modern technology tools, such as computer-aided dispatch (CAD) systems, body-worn cameras, and crime analysis software, enable officers to gather, analyze, and share information more efficiently and accurately. Body-worn cameras enhance transparency by recording interactions between officers and the public, providing objective evidence in investigations and accountability mechanisms. CAD systems streamline dispatch processes, improve resource allocation, and enhance situational awareness during emergencies. Crime analysis software allows agencies to identify patterns, trends, and hotspots, enabling proactive crime prevention strategies. Overall, the strategic use of technology enhances the effectiveness, efficiency, and accountability of law enforcement operations, contributing to public safety and trust in Illinois communities. Question 21. Which of the following is true regarding Illinois state statutes? A. They only apply to residents of Illinois. B. They supersede federal laws in all cases. C. They may include provisions specific to Illinois. D. They are identical to laws in other states. Correct answer. C. They may include provisions specific to Illinois. Explanation. Illinois state statutes may include provisions specific to the state, addressing unique legal, social, or geographical factors. These statutes are enacted by the Illinois General Assembly and govern various aspects of life within the state, including law enforcement procedures, criminal offenses, civil matters, and administrative regulations. Question 22. What role do courts play in the Illinois criminal justice system? A. Enforcing laws through arrests and investigations. B. Determining guilt or innocence and administering justice. C. Overseeing law enforcement agencies' daily operations. D. Providing healthcare services to incarcerated individuals. Correct answer. B. Determining guilt or innocence and administering justice. Explanation. Courts in the Illinois criminal justice system play a crucial role in determining guilt or innocence, adjudicating criminal cases, and administering justice. They ensure fair trials, apply legal standards, and make decisions based on evidence presented in court. Courts also impose sentences, including fines, probation, or incarceration, in accordance with Illinois state laws and sentencing guidelines. Question 23. What is the purpose of conducting thorough investigations in Illinois? A. To intimidate witnesses and suspects. B. To disregard evidence and facts. C. To identify perpetrators and gather evidence. D. To protect the rights of the accused. Correct answer. C. To identify perpetrators and gather evidence. Explanation. The purpose of conducting thorough investigations in Illinois is to identify perpetrators, gather evidence, and establish the facts surrounding alleged crimes. Investigations are conducted by law enforcement agencies to uncover the truth, determine criminal liability, and build cases for prosecution. Thorough investigations help ensure the fair and effective administration of justice by preserving the integrity of evidence and safeguarding the rights of all parties involved. Question 24. When is the use of force justified for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To punish individuals for minor infractions. B. To escalate conflicts and confrontations. C. To protect themselves or others from imminent harm. D. To enforce compliance with lawful orders. Correct answer. C. To protect themselves or others from imminent harm. Explanation. The use of force by law enforcement officers in Illinois is justified when necessary to protect themselves or others from imminent harm. Officers are trained to assess the level of threat posed in a given situation and to respond with an appropriate level of force to neutralize the threat and ensure public safety. Force should only be used as a last resort when all other reasonable alternatives have been exhausted. Question 25. What strategies can law enforcement officers use to de-escalate crisis situations in Illinois? A. Aggressive confrontation and intimidation. B. Active listening and empathy. C. Ignoring individuals' emotional distress. D. Using excessive force to gain compliance. Correct answer. B. Active listening and empathy. Explanation. Law enforcement officers in Illinois can use strategies such as active listening and empathy to de-escalate crisis situations. By demonstrating empathy, understanding, and patience, officers can establish rapport, reduce tension, and encourage individuals to cooperate and resolve conflicts peacefully. Active listening involves paying attention to individuals' concerns, emotions, and needs, which can help diffuse volatile situations and prevent escalation. Question 26. How can law enforcement agencies in Illinois promote trust and collaboration with the community? A. By acting in isolation and secrecy. B. By prioritizing enforcement actions over community engagement. C. By actively involving community members in decision-making processes. D. By using intimidation tactics to maintain control. Correct answer. C. By actively involving community members in decision-making processes. Explanation. Law enforcement agencies in Illinois can promote trust and collaboration with the community by actively involving community members in decision-making processes. Community engagement initiatives, such as advisory boards, town hall meetings, and community policing programs, provide opportunities for residents to voice their concerns, provide input on policies, and collaborate with law enforcement in addressing local issues. By fostering transparency, inclusivity, and partnership, agencies can build stronger relationships with the community and enhance public safety outcomes. Question 27. What role does accountability play in maintaining ethical standards in law enforcement in Illinois? A. It allows officers to act with impunity. B. It reinforces a culture of transparency and integrity. C. It encourages officers to prioritize personal gain. D. It promotes discrimination and bias. Correct answer. B. It reinforces a culture of transparency and integrity. Explanation. Accountability plays a crucial role in maintaining ethical standards in law enforcement in Illinois by reinforcing a culture of transparency and integrity. Officers are held accountable for their actions, decisions, and conduct, ensuring adherence to legal and ethical standards and promoting public trust. Accountability mechanisms, such as internal affairs investigations, civilian oversight, and disciplinary processes, provide checks and balances to prevent misconduct, address grievances, and uphold professional standards of behavior. Question 28. Why is cultural sensitivity important for effective law enforcement in Illinois? A. To impose uniformity and conformity. B. To ignore the diverse needs of the community. C. To build trust and rapport with diverse populations. D. To discriminate against individuals from different cultural backgrounds. Correct answer. C. To build trust and rapport with diverse populations. Explanation. Cultural sensitivity is important for effective law enforcement in Illinois to build trust and rapport with diverse populations. Illinois is home to people from various cultural, ethnic, and religious backgrounds, each with their own customs, values, and communication styles. By demonstrating respect, understanding, and appreciation for cultural differences, officers can establish positive relationships, improve communication, and address community concerns more effectively. Cultural sensitivity enhances officers' ability to serve and protect all members of the community impartially and professionally. Question 29. How do law enforcement agencies in Illinois coordinate with other emergency services during critical incidents? A. By refusing to collaborate with other agencies. B. By prioritizing jurisdictional disputes over public safety. C. By establishing unified command structures and communication protocols. D. By withholding essential information from partner agencies. Correct answer. C. By establishing unified command structures and communication protocols. Explanation. Law enforcement agencies in Illinois coordinate with other emergency services during critical incidents by establishing unified command structures and communication protocols. Unified command ensures coordinated decision-making, resource allocation, and response efforts among multiple agencies involved in managing complex emergencies. Effective communication, collaboration, and information sharing enhance situational awareness, facilitate timely decision-making, and optimize the use of resources to protect lives and property. By working together seamlessly, agencies can provide a unified and coordinated response to critical incidents, safeguarding public safety and minimizing harm. Question 30. Why is accurate report writing important for law enforcement officers in Illinois? A. To conceal information and distort facts. B. To prioritize personal opinions over objective observations. C. To document incidents, investigations, and legal proceedings. D. To avoid accountability and transparency. Correct answer. C. To document incidents, investigations, and legal proceedings. Explanation. Accurate report writing is important for law enforcement officers in Illinois to document incidents, investigations, and legal proceedings accurately and objectively. Reports serve as official records of law enforcement activities, providing essential documentation for criminal cases, court proceedings, and administrative purposes. Detailed and accurate reporting ensures the preservation of evidence, the protection of constitutional rights, and the fair administration of justice. By documenting facts, observations, and actions taken, officers create a reliable and transparent record of their activities, contributing to accountability, professionalism, and public trust in law enforcement.